Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to elenasbarre and the resurgence of sanity. How are you doing, guys, today?
Doing well.
Doing well. Are you
Sleepy.
excited? Oh, sleepy. Yeah, our dog woke us up so early today. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, guys, we are going to talk about a fun topic. It's a follow up to the previous live stream that we did last week when we talked about femininity and feminine women. Now, on the opposite, we are going to talk about combative women. And yeah, if you are joining us, remember to please tell us what you think about these topics, share your experiences and your observations with this crazy, toxic, delusional, and combative women. We always love to pick on them, right, guys?
Well, you know what? I'm going to do something different today.
Go for it.
I have been so hard on women in all of our streams. Today, I'm going to defend women.
Okay. That will be interesting. Looks like we are going to have a little bit of debate here. Anyway, guys, I was thinking of doing a shorter video and then I wrote a few notes here. So, what are the combative women? Well, based on what we've talked last week, combative women are the women who rebel against God's design and the hierarchy, right? They are not in their place, they are out of pocket, they are very argumentative, they never shut up, right? They don't know when to shut up. Then these are the women who are pursuing the feminist ideals. Remember, she knows her value, she knows her worth. She believes she deserves the best man who will love her unconditionally, who will worship and pedestalize her, right? And then she believes that she's entitled to nice things, good attitude, just for being the table. And we've seen it so many times on these popular uh, red pill shows, on Fresh and Fit, on whatever podcast, on Access Vegas. When guys ask women, "What do you bring to the table?" She says, "I'm the table," right? Essentially, what she's saying is that I'm a run-through whore or I'm an undercover whore. I don't have to bring any value to anybody. I just take value from others, especially men in this case. So, yeah. Then combative women are the women who don't know their place, who have never been held accountable for their actions by their father, by their husbands, and by other men. She has never been told no. This is why we see that they always whine, moan, and complain, and they try to guilt trap men into giving them what they want.
Okay. Yep.
The list goes on and on and on, so feel free to stop me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's men's fault. It is. You just said she doesn't know her place. She's not in her place. What? You expect a woman to know her place and just go there like an obedient dog?
Well, we were talking about compliant women last time, right?
Okay,
They were
no,
supposed to
wait.
listen.
What is the phrase? Put a woman in her place.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
if she's
Mhm.
not in her place, when you say put, that requires an action by a man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, she should be raised. Okay, it's a hierarchy, it's a role thing to understand her role, what she's best at. And yeah, the father does a lot to do that. He needs to say no, he needs to enforce boundaries
Mm-hmm.
because if she's out of her place, she's crossing boundaries. So she wasn't taught that by her father. Okay, blame her father. And now she's in a marriage and she's bossing her husband around. Gee, could it be her husband didn't put her in her place or doesn't know how or allows her to get away with that? Okay, he's
Well,
not enforcing boundaries, so it's not her fault because
well,
women will expand into vacant space.
I understand your point, Steve. I agree with it, but we can't blame just the man in this situation because this is actually what the feminists want. Let's just blame the man, right? Yeah, we are experiencing this feminist issue, and Tommy Laren, my husband shared a video where she was saying, "Oh yes, we are experiencing this feminism issue, but men are decaying, men are not masculine enough, men are this, men are that." How about women are not willing to comply? In order for men to lead, a woman has to comply with his lead.
No, you got it wrong.
Okay.
A man can only lead if a woman complies. I think you got the cart before the horse.
Uh-huh.
Nick is here with us.
A
Hi, Nick.
man has to lead,
Mm-hmm.
and then she can follow or get out or leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so think about it. Okay, yeah, women are really too much in our modern society. They take more effort of a man, more management skills, because feminism has made them so extreme. Gee, there's a lot going on there. Therefore, in order to bring them into line with the proper order, and they'll actually feel more content and satisfied and protected and secure. But it takes an equal amount of masculinity to counter the feminist ideas. Men do not, women have gone so far and men have come so far that men lack the ability to actually do it. It takes a lot of will and a lot of force. You know what I mean, Plutarch?
I know exactly what you mean. No. See, okay. Take a woman like Elena over here. Okay. Lots of people, they gas her up in the comments and DMs, and they say, "Oh, Elena, you're such a good woman." All that. This. Okay, guys. First, that does go to her head, and then it takes. You've heard her say, and you'll hear me say, it takes a village to restrain a woman. Well, when you men gas up women like that, it takes more energy to restrain a woman. And that's what Steve's talking about here.
So, guys, could you please repeat it because I had to pick up my dog, otherwise he was whining. I'm so sorry. He's misbehaving today.
No.
Okay, I'll just say it in a different way.
Okay.
You're driving the car down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And the car drifts over and crosses the white line. You need to make a minor course correction to bring it back in line. Women is like the car. Okay, if she drifts off a little bit, crosses the line, a minor course correction. Feminism is like women are off the side of the road and in the ditch.
Okay.
The course correction that the man needs to make, he's got to turn that wheel a lot. He's got to use a lot of skill to do it, to get that car back up on the road between the lines. It's an immense effort. Women are so far in the ditch that most men don't have the skills to bring them back onto the road.
So is it really the man's fault then? Well, I mean, I understand your point where you were saying that men didn't put women in their place when it was necessary. So yeah, but like women assuming all of the power, all of the control, and
the car's not going to put itself back on the road. It takes an action to bring it there.
But
Only
if they
the man
don't
can
want,
provide
if
that
they don't want, like after they've been given all of this power, all of this control, they are not going to voluntarily give it up.
No, they're going to stay driving down the ditch.
And then,
Now, maybe a man can come along to steer that car back up on the road, but no, it's like a car with bad steering. It's always going to drift back into the ditch. It takes constant effort. Most men, number one, don't have the ability to do that. And the men that do have the ability, fuck, I'm not going to do that. Have to make these corrections all the time. It takes superhuman effort. Because, if you have a well handling car, it's easy to keep on the road. If you got a car with loose steering, oh man, the amount of attention it requires is just not worth it.
Well, this is why we will see most men are checking out. They don't want to deal with women.
Yeah.
And you can't really blame them, for checking out and not wanting to deal with the combative, delusional, narcissistic women out there.
No. Well, okay. If I am driving a car and it's got bad steering,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't fix the bad steering, there is a procedure for fixing bad steering.
Mm-hmm.
You take the car, you put it up on a rack. There's these bolts you turn under the car, and it realigns the wheels and doesn't steer so bad. Okay, there's a procedure for that. But there's a point in a car's life where that doesn't work anymore. Okay. So what do we do? Well, you have two choices. You can either keep driving the car and probably crash and die in a fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can go get a new one.
True. But you can fix that car. You bring it in, it's going to require new control arms, new ball joints. Probably your CV boots are bad. New bushings on the sway bar. Oh, you got to rebuild the damn thing. It's a lot of work.
Yep.
And expensive. And still, when you're done, what do you have? An old car.
An old car. I mean, car analogies are fun, but what women think that they are a brand new G-Wagon. Okay. And when men come in and they say, no, you're a beat up Toyota Corolla with 250,000 miles on it, from their body count, they go, you don't understand. That's just not true. The delusional stuff comes in when they try to deny the wear and tear that they've put on themselves as wear and tear. They try to say, oh, no, that's not actual damage. Or my personal favorite, they say, well, that's just normal. Every other car is like that.
You know what you call that stuff? It's not damage, it's experience.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely an experience. Yeah. But the problem is that they're asking for G-Wagon prices when they're a, Toyota Corolla with 250,000 miles on it.
Right. And the man is kind of pretending like it is a G-Wagon. And he's not prepared for the amount of effort it's going to keep this old, semi-worn out car going down a straight path on the road. It takes more skill.
Not especially when women try to conceal that they are such a worn-out car by superficial adjustments, let's say.
Well, so
Lipstick on a pig, right?
well, but there's an interesting thing that's happening in the car world right now that actually keeps with this analogy. And you guys, you see these cars with they put these vinyl wraps over certain parts of the bodywork.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's a different color. I was watching a video, and apparently anymore, you cannot sell a car if it has a wrap on it anymore, because you have to take the wrap off to determine if the paint underneath is damaged. I was watching a video with a guy, he's got this Audi R8 and it's got a wrap over the carbon fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
yeah.
And he's like, oh, they start peeling the wrap off, and of course the carbon fiber's been sun damaged pretty badly. And so with carbon fiber wrapped cars, with vinyl wrapped cars, you have to undo all the wrap. Now some people wrap their cars and then they stay. It actually keeps the paint in good condition, and if you take the wrap off, you can sell it for more. And the video is kind of a compare and contrast. So, but here's the difference is: did you put the wrap on right when you bought the car and the paint was still in good condition? Okay, then the wrap protected the paint. Or did you put it on after all of
Cover.
Right, to cover the damage, right? So having a man around to put the wrap on the woman early on in her life, when they're kids, and she will be a better woman later on because she had a protective covering. But if you put the makeup on, after 5 years of sun damage, well, sorry, lady, but your skin still looks leathered up from all that time in the pool,
Christianity is kind of the same thing. If she followed Christian principles from day one, it would protect her.
Mm-hmm.
But if she had some experience and then comes in and puts on the Christian principles, it's like the wrap on an old car. It covers up a lot of defects.
Yeah.
The Christianity is a particularly popular rap these days, isn't it, Steve?
It is.
Well, wait. There is also femininity rap where they are basically packaging all of the feminist ideals and presenting them under a different light.
No, the church. Look, we can pick on any number of possible forms of wrapping paper or vinyl wrapping or whatever you want to call it. The point there is that you're taking something that is damaged, and putting a cheap skin over it to make it appear not damaged. The cars,
so you can sell it for more money.
Yes.
So it's more valuable.
Well, it always reminds me of people buying these. Previously, people were buying these flip houses when they would buy a cheap house and then they fixed a few things and then they would sell it for much more.
Sure.
It kind of reminded me of that. Yeah.
That's it's a little different. The point here is that the women are using cheap workarounds and then complaining when the man gets in the car and says, wait a minute, this car doesn't drive right. The motor's got a misfire, the alignment's all whacked out and I can't control it, but it looks good on the outside.
Yeah.
And what the women are complaining about is that the men are noticing that it might look good on the outside, but it doesn't drive right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, Steve, have we taken this analogy too far? Or
No, man, you're describing my ex-wife. Looks good on the outside, but she doesn't drive right.
It's like, oh, form over function. This is what they are prioritizing. As long as
okay,
it looks
but
good, but it doesn't function, it doesn't work, right?
women always prioritize form over function
Mhm.
about everything. That is how women have existed and survived throughout
Mm,
history. So
yeah.
that doesn't surprise me. And saying that's bad, it's not bad and it's not wrong. Those are survival traits, right? We're not saying that women doing this is wrong. Because it's not. It's a survival trait.
Okay, survival. Well, they are trying. Okay. They don't want to do the hard work, right? They don't want to fix the big
What
problem
what
in there.
woman in history has wanted to do the hard work? I got a question for you because you're my wife and I already know the answer.
Okay.
When have you wanted to do the hard work?
Never, but I mean, I'm talking about. I'm talking.
No.
I'm talking about the here.
No.
They don't want to do that kind of work.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If a good outcome in your marriage is going to happen, who's driving the car?
The man.
And if he's not driving, where's the car going to end up? Wandering all over the road, in the ditch, in the field, adjacent. Who knows? If no one's driving a car, women think they're driving, plotting their own course through life. No. Ooh, there's a squirrel.
Okay.
Women turn the wheel when they get distracted by something and they get off the road and they stay off the road because
go ahead, Dave.
No, they you know what, it's a man's job to drive the car, to keep the boundaries and make corrections if the woman crosses the boundaries, and then everything is good. The car is happy because it's going down the road straight and needs a little correction here and there. But the further off it gets, the bigger the correction and the more brutal that correction has to be. And most men, okay, how many men can take a car that's driving in the ditch and bring it back onto the road and make it a good car?
Well, I have a question then. How many men have the legal authority to do that kind of correction, bring it back so that it drives straight?
Now I'm going to answer that with a question. Do I have the legal authority to bring you back straight?
No, not really.
No man has the legal authority to do it. Okay, so it's a pointless question.
Yes, let me expand on that. No, you don't have the legal authority, but you do have the power. And you do have the God-given authority and ability to do it. Are you going to look to some external force limiting what your options are? Okay, well, then the solution will be beyond.
Okay, guys. Then I ask you, how many men are going to be masculinized and dominant so that they can actually execute and manage women?
Never.
Never enough.
3. Yeah, never enough. 3. Yeah, that's a great answer. 3.
Okay.
There you go. That's what you get. Okay. Look, I mean, we've been talking for 20 minutes now, and all we have really done is a very expansive and verbally rich definition of frame. Okay.
I knew we were going there.
Look, I have no legal authority to do anything with you or to you. You have the legal right to just stand up and walk out, and I never see you again. Okay. And there is nothing I can do to stop you. And yet somehow I have kept you from careening off the road too far and getting yourself in trouble. Okay.
Okay.
It's not a matter of top-down control.
Mm-hmm.
I have put boundaries on you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have accepted those boundaries. You can just wake up one day and decide, nope, I'm going to cause the car to go way off the ditch. And you know what I'll do? I'll do exactly what I legally can. And I will say, good on you. Have fun with that. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Right.
Well, okay.
Because
We are
women
coming here.
driving on the side of the road in the ditch are not very happy.
Yeah, I mean, they are not very happy, but they are also unwilling to accept the boundaries
That
placed
is
upon them by men.
no, that's their problem. See, at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is you're trying to say, you know, women, you need to accept this. And that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is it would be good for the woman if she did accept it. But we can't make her.
Well, you can. You can have great influence, though.
Yes. You can.
And sometimes you can take actions that might not be permissible, legally permissible, but you still have the power to do it.
Yep.
It does come with risks, though.
Well, but when I say make, I'm talking about a very strict definition of, you know, of basically stripping a woman of her agency to leave, right? Or her, if it's women are not command and control automatons, right? It's I don't. There's not a keyboard in Elena's back, and I program a command, and she does the command, right?
Man, that would make life so easy, wouldn't it?
It honestly would. Right. But that ain't how this works. And that's what I'm getting at. I can exert influence. I can exert, you know, I can set boundaries, and I can say, if you cross this boundary, here's the consequence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then, but she has to decide, is that consequence worth it? I can't make that decision for her. And men get so caught up in trying to make all of the decisions for women, or they go the complete other way. Oh, well, I can't tell her to do anything at all. Well, it's not about telling her what to do. It's about telling her what the consequences of what she's doing are, and then enforcing the consequences. Women are adult children. How do we deal with children? We say, don't touch the stove. Child touches the hot stove. Oh, mommy, why does my hand hurt? You touched the hot stove after you were told not to.
Well, I have no look. I agree 100% with you guys. It's just when they touch the stove, they decide to do something crazy that a man explicitly told you. So, okay, here are the consequences. He's executing those consequences. It's when the institutions come in and then they start bailing these women out.
Okay, yeah, no, look, that's just a thing. That's just separate over on the side. There's nothing you can do about that as a guy. Okay, I mean, we can vote, but the women vote against us, and it turns into this big political food fight where you're not guaranteed to get what you want out of it, right? I can't walk into Congress tomorrow and say, thou shalt abolish X, right? I have influence over that with my vote, but I can't just walk in and command performance, right? That's just the way things are when you're dealing with groups of people.